want to hide in the well because it would just float to the top.
Right. Yeah, they're saying the upper levels of military, though. They're saying that they're just saying that again. You were asking about the families living here.
Yeah. So you got that going, Chris?
Yeah. The younger soldiers didn't have, they were really young. A lot of them were young, teenagers, young.
Yeah.
They're showing me younger than like 18.
Really?
Is that right?
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
But they're saying as far as
soldiers were pretty young. They were younger than that.
Like it wasn't like a standard.
As soon as they were able to hold weapons.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They were, you know what I mean?
They said that those who didn't perish would go on then and go into the community, but there weren't like a lot of them didn't really make it. Especially way back then. They're talking about it. I'm trying to get the era that these guys are showing me, or what time, the people that I was talking to in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know a time frame. I like to see if we can get a presence or, you know, get some kind of some hardcore evidence to see something or touch us or.
They're saying it's an odd assortment. We've actually allowed some of the other nationalities too, so it's not just that we're not just the British. Like he's saying, there's actually a lot of there's a ton of stuff going on over there. We just happened to the collection of people that are in that room seemed to be sort of the same group. Yeah. But some of the guys that were not the colonel, I was seeing or feeling about 10 different people.
Okay.
And there seemed to be like soldiers, not anything above that. And,
I wouldn't think they would.
From different.
You know what? I wouldn't think they would stay there anyways because I don't think they would be in the larger buildings, the French quarters, because those were all that's where all the lieutenants and generals and all the higher ups were in the other building because it's very upscale in there as far as they're concerned.
Oh, the barracks and everything?
So
the ones we were in with the infantry or
yes.
the lower?
Can they tell us who the highest ranking person is on the grounds?
Who's around now?
The name of the...
Yeah, whoever's around now.
Person or who's ever around now.
They're still saying Colonel Parker or Barker? That's what I keep hearing. Somebody just said Parker, but I thought they said Barker before. It sounds like
Parker. No,
Parker or Barker?
Yeah, I didn't see either one, unless they're a stone that I cannot read, because there's a lot that we can't read.
Well, he said a lot of.
Well, we can look up this history. I think,
yes,
maybe.
I'm sure.
I don't know how. There's got to be listings, of course.
Right.
People who've been through here, Yeah. But they're showing themselves as old, and this is old. This is like 1812 because they're showing big, crazy battles. I don't know the history as far as. Like, I know there were big battles in 1812, but they're showing me a couple of really big battles.
Before or after?
What killed these people.
Oh.
There were a couple big battles, and the one guy was actually explaining it, was showing me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like instantaneous.
Right.
Sort of? Like a lot of people at once. You know, either explosions or massive battle. Or a bunch of people died all in one fell swoop.
Well, they have those cannons going off. If they have the cannons, and they're using the cannons, and they're all, those groups that come in and attack that fort, they're all going to be together. They're all usually tight.
Right.
I mean, look at what happened when we had our war.
Oh, right, they all march in a line.
Yeah, they march in lines and as groups, and if you had a cannon, that would disperse, and you're going to kill many.
Before they even
20, 30, 40, 50, all in one, with one good shot of a cannon.
Right.
I mean, they were blowing off those cannons. They're pretty loud.
They're saying drinking was an issue, mostly out of boredom, amongst a lot of them.
Alcohol?
That bad?
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
So that was a big problem back then. They said that actually killed many too, because they would like make their own stuff. They're showing me like poisonous stuff. So I don't know if that was an issue with. I don't know if people were poisoned back then, but they're showing me that that was like something. Yeah, they're showing me that. Like it wasn't just battles that were killing these people. There's illnesses.
Illnesses, I'm sure.
But they're saying drinking was a big problem.
Yeah.